What's going on, friends, family? All right, tonight. So these are some peppers I got in from Chris Vincent. Chris, thank you, man. And he said that they're a cross between, obviously, because it looks just like a small orange habanero. But he said it's a cross between an orange hab and a 7-pot orange. And then some of them look like this, so even a little bit smaller, but quite a bit darker orange. I know the lighting's not the greatest, but you can see the difference in the coloration there. This one is much, much more opaque and lighter than this one. So I picked these two. There's a bunch in the box that he sent me, a bunch that look like, this color yellow, or excuse me, orange, and a bunch that look like this orange. So I figured I'd just do one of each for comparison. So again, they look just like, small orange habaneros. So let me get a little closer. So, main thing today is I want to see if I can detect any 7-pot heat from them and what the flavor's like. If they're any kind of 7-pot super hot flavor, or if it's just going to be, the habanero taking over all of them. I didn't ask him any questions on this particular pepper. I don't know if it's his cross. I don't know if it's an accidental cross, open pollinated, non-isolated. I'm not sure what his grow is. I would assume that it's that way, but let's try this one first. That's more like, an orange hab. Again, these are much smaller, but it is a little translucent. Like on this side right here, I can see through it a little bit. Like I can't see myself through it, but I can see the inner veins and the inner lining of the pepper itself. And that's what I mean by translucent or kind of see-through. Yeah. Well, fucking hat's getting a little too small for me. It's weird because I got a shaved head. It's not like my hair's growing any more than normal. I'm fucking 42 years old, so my body ain't growing anymore. I don't know. So it's very similar to the orange habanero. But it's not as flavorful as a regular habanero. I mean, yeah, it's weird. Because upon the initial bite of this chili, and then while chewing it up, I'm getting little bits of sweet note, fruity notes, just like an orange habanero. But when I swallow it down, it's not the most pleasant tasting pepper. And it's a different taste all around. It's almost pungent, and it's a weird. I've described peppers over the years as dry. This is dry. Maybe the darker one will be a little better. I don't know. But it's not my favorite. Man, it's so weird. I'm going to clear my palate on this one. See if I can. Man, that's the weirdest tasting chili like that. Like, it's not horrible flavor. I still prefer that flavor that I just had and experienced over an overly floral super hot any fucking day of the week. But it's not the greatest. So far right now, the burn is kind of underneath the tip of the tongue. And that's kind of it. That wasn't that hot. I don't even think that was as hot as a regular habanero. Let's try the darker one, the smaller one. It's a little bit better flavor. It's gonna make me sneeze. So I can tell already that pot is much closer to the 7 pot. Yeah. Because the heat's kicking in now a little bit. So it's apparent that, yeah, that second pot was much hotter than the first one. Flavor was similar though. A regular 7 pot orange and a habanero, they can be similar in flavor though. But yeah, that second pot that I just ate, like quite a bit hotter. Again, that's just illustration purposes. I'm not saying that one was way down here and that one was way up here. I'm just saying between the two of them, I mean, it was a pretty big jump as far as heat. The second one also tasted better. So I don't know. It's definitely apparent that it's an unstable cross. At least the seeds that he has or whatever. I don't know. I didn't ask any questions. I don't know if that's, something he's creating. Who knows? I don't fucking know. I just thought it was an interesting cross, and that was the main reason I was excited to get this box. Yeah. I mean, my heat has picked up quite a bit. That second pod, it was very similar in taste, but it wasn't as pungent and off-putting at the end of the pod and at the swallow of the pod. But again, initial bite, very similar to the first one. Not as dry as the first one. So it's possible that first one, either it's a very unstable cross, which I'm guessing, or that first one for sure wasn't fully ripened, and the second one was what a fully ripened 7 pot orange habanero cross should be or has been bred to be. Again, I don't know. These are just my guesses going into it. So not terrible. I mean, it's not the greatest pepper, but it's honestly, it's not bad. I prefer that second one though. That second pod is legit tasty and has a nice little legit burn to it. I would say that second pod the heat is reminiscent. I think I said on that first one that it was less than a orange, habanero. I would say that this one is, the second one is probably just a little bit actually above a regular orange habanero. So interesting. So we'll have to come back and try those again in a different fashion because I have a bunch that look just like the lighter one, and I have a bunch that look just like the darker one. So I'm going to do another video for sure and just see if I get the same experience as I did with this one. And that'll tell me a lot, So, all right, y'all. I appreciate everybody burning with me. National Hot Sauce Day. That's today. Everybody enjoy your sauce. All right.